Oh no. Oh, you're all good. I heard you tell brother. You're totally good. No, don't worry. You're so good. I heard you say that yesterday or Tuesday, and I was like, oh, don't worry about it. Okay. Get you a band-aid. Oh no. You kind of what? Oh. Oh yeah. You did that? Like, isn't it really intense? Isn't it?
Oh no.
No?
It's a pen.
Right?
So, like,
Oh, okay.
it's sort of like a
Gotcha. Thank you. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't have taken. Do you need to? Okay.
so is there like
Do you want like
that unicorn is totally fine. Just
okay, and maybe like if you want to go
yeah.
wash it, wait, okay. Hang on, I'm thinking about what you said to me before. Oh, so that's what you did and that's what it's for, nervous system reset, or you're saying you had a nervous system reset, that's why you're like, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yes. Thank you for coming. You do you. You do whatever you got to do, Trace. Oh, okay. Hey, Jim. Okay. Hey, see how you do and don't hurt it. Don't push it. Just like, yeah, take care of yourself. And I'll just know that you're doing your thing. Oh, this is my, I probably would have not even known where the heck I put that. All right. Where's your partner in crime, Sydney? What? No blocks, but as many blocks as you want. I'm not gonna queue with them, but yeah, where's Sydney? Is she on vacation or? She is. Okay. Gotcha. Can't keep track of that lady. Seriously. Seriously. All right, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. This is my favorite. Deep power is my favorite. Slow, steady. And I feel like personally, this is the best class if you want to actually learn the poses rather than just move through them, holding them for a longer time, breathing into them, adjusting, responding is how we learn. So this practice, we do the same poses all the time. So rather than getting bored with them, being like, oh, down dog again, oh, chaturanga, see if by repeating them, you can find something new every time. You can feel new muscles or new spaces. So I think that's why this practice is so fun, because yes, we're moving through the same poses, but every single time there's something different you can find. You can do this practice for 50 years. And on your 50th year in down dog, be like, oh my gosh, I found my shoulders. I finally found my shoulders. So anyway, that's my invitation for you. Let's just start in a comfortable seat. So if you're not already there, you can take a moment to find your way there. If you want to sit up on a block or a bolster, anything like that, feel free. And then I always like to just move a little bit. So feel free to move around, get your wiggles out. They can be little movements. You might just roll your shoulders around or roll your head side to side. They can be big movements. You can twist, you can reach your arms up. So no rush, but when you are ready, just find stillness. So eventually just settling into seated meditation with a nice long spine. And then either close your eyes or soften your gaze. And rest your hand somewhere intentionally. So maybe on your lap, maybe hands to your heart, or one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And take these first couple moments to simply just arrive. So obviously we've all arrived physically. See if you can let yourself arrive more fully, mentally, emotionally, energetically. So whatever you've got going in your day later on, doesn't matter right now. Whatever happened on your way here, whatever happened this morning, yesterday, it doesn't matter right now. Just feel your body in this room. Feel your breath flowing through. Notice any emotions that might be present. Notice energetically how you are. And as you connect to and bring more awareness to your breath, let's take 3 deep breaths together. So next time you inhale, just very intentionally fill up as big as you possibly can. And when you think you're full, pause at the top, hold. See if you can take one little extra sip in. And then open your mouth, sigh it out, all the way to the very, very bottom, empty out. Do that 2 more times. So inhale, fill up. Maybe you do sit up a little taller and just feel like you take up more space, inflate with your breath. Hold, extra sip if it's there. And then out your mouth, let it go. Good job. One more time. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. Fill up every tiny little space inside. Hold. Extra sip, maybe even 2 extra sips this time. When you're ready to sigh it out, release. Good, all the way to emptiness. Seal your lips now and begin to cultivate Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi is in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. So it's different than just breathing through your nostrils. You don't hear it so much as the breath moves through your nostrils. You hear it more as it moves through the back of your throat. So you're using the muscles in the back of your throat that you use when you whisper, when you gasp, when you hum. It's like you're humming on the inside. Good. So take your time to just find your own internal rhythm to connect to your breath. And see if you can be really patient with each breath as it's happening. So you're not trying to rush to the next. You're just present with your inhale, present with your exhale. So this seated meditation is available to you at any time. So if at any time during our practice, you just want to take a little break, you just want to connect back with your breath, you can come back here. It's always available. You can child's pose it out if you'd rather. So your practice, full permission to do you. If you are ready to start moving, take your breath with you. Come forward to your hands and your knees, tabletop position. And then we're going to start just a little flow from our hands and our knees. So inhale, lift the crown of your head, lift your tailbone. Exhale, round and curl in. So finding that Frady cat position. And then as you inhale, move back towards a cow, but tuck your toes and lift your hips. Take it into a down dog. Exhale, set your knees on the ground and sit your hips back to your heels. So breath to movement goes like this. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat, round. Inhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, press them back, down dog. Exhale, child's pose, bring your knees down and hips back towards your heels all the way to emptiness. We'll continue this. You can stay in any of these poses longer if you'd like. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, round. Beautiful breathing. Inhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, press them back, lengthen. And exhale, set your knees down gently and sit your hips back, child's pose. Take 2 more just like that. Inhale, rise up into your cow posture. Heart lifts, front ribs spread. Exhale, curl in, hollow out your belly, chin to your chest, push the ground away. And inhale, curl your toes under, lift your knees, lift your hips, down dog. Everything nice and long. Exhale, knees down, sit back and rest, child's pose. Last time, just like that. Flow with your breath. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. All the way to empty. Inhale, down dog. Curl your toes under and press your hips back and up. Exhale into your child's pose. This time, stay there for about 3 rounds of breath. You might try lifting up to your fingertips. So make little teepees or tents with your hands. Fingertips pressed down. And as you push into the ground with your fingertips, energetically pull back. And see if you can feel a little more muscle energy in your arms, a little more connection to your shoulders. Take 1 more deep breath. And then back to a tabletop position, back to downward facing dog. Give yourself a moment, walk it out in your down dog, pedal out your heels, any way you want to explore. Strong hands, so spread your fingers really wide and grip the ground with your fingertips like you're a gecko holding onto a screen door. Find to bend your knees a lot. So if you need to bend your knees a lot in order to lift your hips really high, that's perfectly fine. If it feels good, or if it feels like it's beneficial to press your heels towards the ground, go for it. Let your face be soft. Let your neck relax. You guys look great. Take 1 more inhale into your down dog. Feel whatever there is to feel. Exhale, look to the top of your space, step, tiptoe, or hop forward fold. All right, bring your feet hips width distance apart, or maybe even a little bit wider than your hips. All of your toes face directly forward. And then inhale, bend your knees a lot and stick your butt out, but keep your spine long. Gaze down. As you exhale, you're going to lift your butt up and reach the crown of your head towards the ground, forward fold. Move through that a couple more times. So inhale, butt goes back. It's like you're in a squat, almost like you're a football player. And exhale, fold, crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky. Back and forth. Inhale, long spine, bend your knees, stick your butt out. Exhale, forward fold all the way to emptiness. Last one. Inhale, bend your knees. Back of your neck is long, spine is long. Exhale, forward fold. Good job. This time, hang out in your fold. Maybe grab opposite elbows, ragdoll it out. So you can bounce, you can sway, you can bob. See if you can feel a connection to your center. So your butt is lifting, your sit bones are lifting. Head is heavy, crown towards the ground. It's like you're a rag doll dangling. Imagine an invisible rope attached to your belly button. Let your upper body just hang. Let it be heavy. Take 1 more big, huge breath. Nice, Emma. As you inhale, come to a halfway lift position. You can bend your knees or you can keep your legs as straight as you can. You choose. Exhale, fold. And then we'll rise all the way up. So this time with your inhale, arms to the sky. And exhale, hands to your heart. Beautiful. You can adjust your stance if you want. Bring your feet a little closer. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, slow dive. Bend your knees, stick your butt out, lengthen, and then fold in. Halfway lift position. Maybe you bend your knees a lot, just like we did before. So whatever it takes to get that nice long spine. Exhale, fold, crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky. And then press into your feet, maybe a big bend in your knees, long spine as you rise all the way back up, arms reach. Good job, hands to your heart center, exhale. Take that 1 more time, breath to movement, slow and intentional. Inhale, high mountain. Stick your butt out, bend your knees as you dive down. So try to lengthen. Yes, so good. Inhale, lift halfway. Beautiful, very nice. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet, lead with your heart. So rather than rounding to come up, see if you can lead with your heart, arms to the sky. Hands to heart center, exhale. Nice job, friends. Inhale, arms reach up. And then exhale, grab your left your left wrist with right hand. Shift your hips left, upper body goes right. So create lots of space in your left side. Tug with your right hand, but resist with your left arm. So if you were to let go, your left arm would slingshot out. There's muscle energy. Puff up your left ribs. So hips other way, Callie. Take one more big deep breath. Inhale back to center. Switch your grip, grab your right wrist, more weight in your right leg, right foot, hips go right, upper body goes left. So like a crescent moon with your body. Breathe into your right side. Yes, very nice. See if you can puff up your right rib cage. See if you can create more space in your right waistline. One more round. Good job, nice trace. Inhale back to center. As you exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades squeeze your spine. If you want a little bit extra, bend your elbows and see if you can suction cup your palms together, maybe even steeple your index fingers. And then imagine your elbows are magnetized, so try to squeeze your elbows towards one another. Reach your hands back as far as you can. Maybe it's a tiny bit, maybe it's a lot. Maybe lift your heart and gaze up. So add a little back bend. Press your hips forward. Hug in with your inner thighs like you're hugging an invisible yoga block. Take one more big inhale. Keep your clasp. Hinge at your hips all the way down. Maybe a big bend in your knees is really helpful. So keep your clasp and hang out in your fold for about 3 rounds. See if you can let your head hang. So neck is relaxed. Focus not on straightening your legs, but on lifting your sit bones as high as you can. And as you lift your sit bones, your legs get a little straighter. Let your head be heavy, so crown towards the ground rather than gazing forward. Lift your knuckles higher. One last inhale. Very nice, you guys. Exhale, hands to low back first, then release your clasp. Good, Kate. Let your arms hang. Give them a little shaky shake. Halfway lift position on an in-breath, realign. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank position. So top of a push-up. Pause right here. Shoulders over your wrists, hips level with your shoulders. If you want to come to your knees, you're more than welcome to at any time. Next time you inhale, rock forward onto your tippy toes. So it's just a little baby rock. As you exhale, lower halfway down. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Try not to let your belly drop. Inhale, push back up, straight arms, strong arms. Exhale one more time, halfway down. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Yes, inhale, push back up. And then this time all the way down, one strong straight line of energy. Good. Spider-Man Cobra, bring your hands out nice and wide. So onto the hardwood floor. Lift your heart, breathe in. You don't have to lift super high. We're going to move into almost like a shoulder pigeon. Bend your right knee. Press into your right fingertips. Roll up onto your outer left hip and reach your right tiptoes towards the ground behind you. Let your left shoulder dip down a little bit. Gaze back over your right shoulder. Breathe. Good job. Take one more round. Nice, Callie. Bottom of your exhale, slowly come back through center and switch to the other side. So right leg extended now. Left knee bends. Press into left fingertips. Roll into your outer right hip. Reach your left toes towards the ground behind you like you have a scorpion tail. Let your right shoulder dip down. Gaze over left shoulder. Take one more deep breath. Very nice. Back to center. And let it go. If you want to, you can give yourself one more heart opener, maybe a cobra, up dog, sphinx. And then as you are ready, downward facing dog. No rush. Ujjayi breath. So fire it up. Can you feel it? Can you hear it? Can you use it to support you from the inside? Next time you inhale, take your right leg to the sky. Good. Pause here. Open up your right hip. So bend your right knee, reach it out and up. Stack your right hip on top of left. Good, Solveig. See if you can keep your hands, both hands rooted equally. Both shoulders square and strong. Take one more inhale. You're welcome to hold, otherwise exhale, right knee, left elbow, or as close as you can come. Inhale back up, open your hip if you'd like, scorpion tail your right leg. Exhale, right knee, right armpit, get as high as you can. Maybe even add a little push-up, bend your elbows, don't let your butt drop. Inhale, three-legged dog. Good job. Everybody this time, knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly, step forward as soft as possible. And we're going to rise up to a warrior two today. So rather than crescent lunge, we're going straight to warrior two. Back heel pivots down, cartwheel your arms up. See. So right toes directly forward, left toes directly to the left. Bend your front knee a lot, but feel it track towards your pinky toe. So rather than feeling like it's collapsing and falling in towards your big toe, wrap your right butt cheek underneath you and track your right knee open. Press into the outer edges of both of your feet. Good. Shoulders stacked over your hips. Gaze forward over your right hand. Slow, deep breaths. Just feel everything there is to feel. Soften around your hard edges, soften your face. Next time you breathe in, reach forward like you want to touch the front wall. So reach. When you can't reach anymore, right arm towards the ground, left towards the sky. You're welcome to bring right elbow to your right thigh for a little more support. You're welcome to use a block under your right hand. And then personally, I like to reach my left arm forward, bicep next to ear. You can go for that. You could take a half or a full bind if it's in your practice and you feel it. About 3 more rounds of breath in your side angle. Heart is open, shoulders are open, hips are open. Especially if you go for the bind, try to keep your heart open. I know it's hard. Take your last couple rounds. Keep tracking front knee towards pinky toe, rooting both feet. Next time you inhale from the press of your feet, come back up into your warrior two stance. Straighten out your front leg and parallel your feet. Arms to the sky, inhale. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. Same options if you want. Press your palms together, steeple your index fingers. Maybe reach your hands back, possibly lift your heart up. So puff up your chest, gaze up. One more big inhale, strong through your legs, rooted through your feet. Exhale, hinge at your hips, lead with your heart all the way down. So see if you can feel your core engage as you dive down. Without your hands on the ground, you have to use your core to work this pose. So imagine that invisible rope attached to your belly button. It's pulling up towards the sky. So sit bones towards the sky, crown of your head towards the ground. Every time you exhale, navel to spine, feel that connection. We call it Uddiyana Bandha, your core lock. He's Kelly. Very good, you guys. See if you can lift your knuckles higher, possibly even start to reach them forward. So find your own edge. Take one more huge inhalation. Exhale, hands to your low back. Release your clasp, fingertips to the ground. So bend your knees as much as you need to bring your fingertips to the ground. Halfway lift. Inhale. Walk your hands to the top of your space. Rotate your toes forward. So you're in a low lunge here. Now listen. Root into your front foot, your right foot, all the way up, standing stack. So left knee lifts, arms reach up. We're going to go back and forth just like that a few more times. So as you exhale, low lunge, see if you can touch fingers and toes at the exact same time. Inhale, standing stack. If you want extra, you can extend your left leg forward, press through left heel. Back and forth at your own pace. If you want to go 2 breaths per movement, totally fine, but just be intentional. Move on purpose. So feel everything. Feel your right foot rooting down as you rise. Feel your connection to center as you lower. See if you can touch fingers and toes every time, exactly at the same time. And just make it playful. It's not a performance, it's a practice. Take 1 or 2 more rounds and then end up in a low lunge position. Good job, friends. Very nice. Once you are back in low lunge, hang out there. All right. So from low lunge, bring your hands to the inside of right foot. Walk your right foot out to the width of your yoga mat. Now you can choose. There's lots of places you can go. Option 1, you can bring your back knee down, untuck your toes, let your hips move down, and try to lift your heart up. So imagine you're doing cobra pose with your heart. Other option is you can keep your hips lifted, keep your back knee lifted, lower your heart down. Other option, you could twist, cat grabs its tail if that's in your practice. So you choose where you want to go. Maybe it's one pose, you stay there the whole time. Maybe it's a couple different variations you can explore. You can rock a little forward and back, feel around. Yes, good. Keep your right foot nice and wide and try not to let your knee fall in. So it's tracking out again towards your pinky toe. If it helps to rotate your toes out to the right, that's fine. Be here for about 3 more deep breaths. Send your breath down into your hips. Rather than tightening around sensation, see if you can relax into it. Actually embrace it more fully, knowing that it's only temporary. Next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. When you think you are full, see if you can find that extra sip. Teaspoon more. Open mouth sigh. Good job. Lift back up onto your hands if you're not there already. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee if it's on the ground, and then just work your right foot back so you'll be in a plank position. Top of a push-up, inhale, push the ground away. Maybe rock forward to tiptoes. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Open and lift. Take as much time as you want. Eventually, just sit back and rest for a moment. Child's pose. Good job, friends. Notice whatever there is to notice. How does your body feel? Physically, energetically? How does your breath feel? Is it slow and steady, powerful, vibrant? Or is it fast? Have you lost track of it? Is it shallow? So no judgment, but over and over again, keep tuning in, keep getting curious. Give yourself 1 or 2 more grounding breaths, and then downward facing dog. All right. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Peel your left hip open. So bend your left knee and reach it out to the left and up towards the sky. So it's like your left hip is a hinge on a door and your left leg is the door. It swings open. Squeeze your outer left glute. Hug in with your right inner thigh. Active through your left foot, your left toes. Take 1 more in breath. You can hold here if you'd rather. Otherwise, exhale, left knee, right elbow. Get as close as you can. Nice, Kelly. Inhale, back up. Lengthen. You can open your hip if you want. Left to left. Aim for your armpit. Option to add a push-up if you want. Bend your elbows. Inhale, 3-legged dog. And this time, everybody knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly. Step forward softly. Pivot your back, heel down. Virabhadrasana 2, rise up. So open, nice, Jen. Open through your hips. Open through your shoulders and your heart. So you're not trying to pull your back hip forward. Let your hips be nice and open. Track your front knee towards your pinky toe. Legs stay the same. Next time you inhale, reach forward like you want to touch the front wall. See if you can feel your rib cage slide. And then tip it over. Only your arms have to change. Left arm towards the ground, right towards the sky. Or maybe right arm goes forward, bicep next to ear. Maybe right arm behind your back for a half bind. Maybe you reach your left arm up for a full bind and clasp. So you do you, but try to stay open. Heart wants to look up. Nice, Kirsten. Wherever you go, make sure you can still breathe. So if you move into a position where your breath feels like it's stuck, maybe ease off a bit. Nice, Liz. Everybody look awesome. Take about 2 more rounds. Strong through your legs, strong through your feet, open through your heart, open through your hips. Next time you inhale, press into your feet, come back to your warrior 2. Straighten out your front leg, parallel your feet, all 10 toes face forward. Take your arms to the sky, breathe in. Listen, grab hold of your left wrist with your right hand, and then pull your upper body towards the back of the room. So side body stretch, left side really long. Don't let your left arm come forward, so your bicep is next to your ear rather than in front of your face. Yes, strong through your feet. Take one more big, spacious breath. Inhale, back up. Switch your grip, grab your right wrist and turn your right palm towards the front wall. Up and over, right side elongates. So from your right fingers all the way down to the outer edge of your right foot. Breathe into that space. Keep your right shoulder back and down, plugged into the socket. One last round. Awesome, Emma. Inhale, back up. And as you exhale, release your grip, dive down slowly. You can bend your knees if it helps. Stick your butt out. Eventually, crown towards the ground, sit bones towards the sky. We'll be here for about 5 rounds or so. If you want to move around and explore, get curious, get playful, feel free. Good, everybody. CC. So wherever you go, make sure your breath is there. Last couple rounds. Halfway lift, fingertips on the ground, bend your knees as much as you need to. And then crawl your hands to the top of your space, rotate your toes forward, back to low lunge position. From low lunge, left foot roots down, all the way up, standing staff, right knee lifts, reach up. Exhale slowly, back to low lunge. Fingers and toes touch at the exact same time if possible. Continue on your own, focused and alert. Calm and relaxed all at the same time, holding it all. Root through left foot firmly as you rise. Stay connected to your center as you lower down. So you're not trying to get anywhere. You're being completely present with the process. If you want to extend your left leg as you rise, feel free. You can press your heel forward. Take about 2 or 3 more rounds. If you're bored, if you're frustrated, notice that. So rather than trying to make it go away, just notice, I'm frustrated, that's interesting. Or, I'm angry, that's interesting. Finish the round you're on, or take 1 more, end up in your low lunge position. Good. Once you're in low lunge, my friends, hands to the inside of left foot. And then walk your left foot all the way out to the width of your mat, nice and wide. You choose where you want to go this time. So maybe the exact same thing you did on the other side, maybe different. Back knee can come down, untuck your toes, hips towards the ground, heart lifts. Or hips lift, heart melts. Or twist, cat grabs its tail. So you do you and explore what's going on in your body on this side in this moment. Try not to let your left knee come forward of your ankle. So if that is happening, either walk your left foot further forward or walk your back knee further back. And you can pivot your left toes out to the left at any time if that's helpful. Take about 3 or 4 more breaths. Send your breath down into your hips. So again, not trying to avoid the sensation, not trying to hold your breath until it's over, but just being with it, breathing into it, allowing it, knowing that it is only temporary, even if it's uncomfortable. You can be with uncomfortableness, discomfort for a couple rounds. Good job. With your next inhale, fill up as big as you possibly can and visualize your breath moving down into your hips. Hold in that fullness, take that extra sip. And then out your mouth. Very nice. Lift back up to your hands if you're not there already. So hands under shoulders. Lift your back knee. Work your left foot back, plank position. Top of a push-up, you're welcome to bring your knees down to modify. Inhale, push the ground away. Perhaps a little rock forward onto tippy toes, and then slowly take it down. Inhale, curl open, lift your heart back, bend of choice. And eventually, child's pose it out. Take a moment, just feel. Whatever is present for you, notice. Allow, witness it. So we're not trying to control anything. We're not trying to change anything. We're just allowing and witnessing, acknowledging what's already here, what's already happening. Give yourself 1 or 2 more grounding breaths. And then downward facing dog. All right, Ujjayi, reconnect. Take a big inhale as you push the ground away. Lift your hips super high. Exhale, look forward. However you want to get there, top of your space, forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift position. Exhale, bow. And then press into your feet. Perhaps a big bend in your knees helps. Straight spine as you rise, arms to the sky. Inhale. Hands to heart center. Exhale. Okie dokie. We're going to balance for a moment. Right foot is your foundation. Lift your left knee up. And then bring your hands to your hips. So hands to hips. Keep your hips as still as you can. And start to open and close your left leg. So again, just like your left hip is a hinge on a door, left leg is the door. Swing it open and close. Try not to let your hips move a lot. Keep them as still as possible. Next time your knee opens out to the left, tree pose. Place your foot on your leg. So maybe you place it on your inner thigh. That feels like a bit much. Maybe your inner calf, inner ankle. Try not to sink into your outer right hip. So everything hugs in. Press your foot into your leg, leg back into your foot. And if you'd like to, grow your branches. So arms reach up. And if you want, you can even start to explore a little bit of movement. Maybe you're just rolling out your wrists. Maybe you're bringing a little bit of wind into your branches. Maybe you want to even try a side body stretch or a little baby back bend. If you want to play with balance, you could even just try closing your eyes. So be playful, be compassionate. Remember that it is a practice. Take about 2 more rounds. From tree pose, see if you can come back to standing staff, staying balanced on your right foot. Doesn't work out, no big deal. So release your foot and then left knee forward again. Inhale here. Exhale, low lunge. So fingertips and toes touch at the same time. We've already done this. Once you land, we're going to move into a twist this time. So left hand on the ground or a block, right arm to the sky. See if you can find strong legs. So your legs are strong. Your core is engaged to help you twist. Now, with your strong legs, with your connection to your strong core, See if you can stay in your twist and rise up. So left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches back. Rather than leaning forward, nice and centered, bend your back knee to a hover. Imagine you're trying to drag your back thigh forward and pull your front hip back. Take one more round, maybe gaze back over your right shoulder. Bottom of your exhale, keep your legs as they are. Bring your right forearm across low back. Turn your shoulders to face forward, square towards the front wall. Reach your left arm up and see if you can create a little back bend. So keep that bend in your back knee. Curl open, pop up your chest. Soften your face. Feel that stretch all the way down your left side. Take one last round. Next time you inhale, crescent lunge, both arms to the sky. Straighten your back leg if you can. Exhale, hands to the earth. Now back to plank pose. And from plank pose, side plank. Right hand is your foundation. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, or right knee can always come down to modify. Yes. Nice, Michaela. Lift your hips really, really high. Maybe left arm reaches forward, bicep next to your ear. Lengthen your left side. Maybe your left leg even floats up. Maybe you even step your left tiptoes down behind you, turn it into wild thing. Take one more huge breath wherever you are at. Slowly plank or modified plank. Top of a push up. Inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, back bend of your choice. And exhale, just tabletop position, just hands and knees. All right, from hands and knees, take a moment to check in with your hands, spread your fingers wide and actively push into the ground. So as you push into the ground, feel your arms get strong, your shoulders, even your pectoral muscles, your chest muscles fire up. Okay, keep that. Take your right arm forward. So your left arm stays strong, right arm reaches forward, nothing else moves. Now try not to move anything except your left leg. Take your left leg back, nothing else moves. So don't let your belly drop. Don't let your hip open. Keep your hips square, strong, straight, powerful line. How much awareness can you bring into it? One more inhale. So nice. Exhale, elbow to knee, curl in, hollow out. Feel your strong core. Inhale, reach. Exhale again, just like that. Elbow to knee, like you're moving through molasses. Inhale, lengthen, strong and powerful. Last time, curl in, elbow to knee. All right, inhale, lengthen. Now listen. Exhale, just bring your right hand to your hip, right hand to hip. And imagine with your right hand, you're pushing your hip back. Squeeze your inner thighs together and start to turn to the right. So look to the right. See if you can turn your chest to the right as well. Now see if you can reach your right arm to the sky. So what we are doing right here, we're in revolved half moon on our hands and our knees. We're going to try it in just a moment, balancing on one foot. So remember how this feels. Feel your strong core. Feel your right side of your heart opening. Strong through your back leg. One more round. Use your breath to twist. Bottom of your exhale, let it all go. Tabletop. And then from tabletop, bring your knees together. Walk your hands off the left edge of your mat. Sit your hips back into the right. Lengthen your right side. Press your right armpit down. Take one more round. And then switch sides. You can stay low as you walk your hands to the other side, or you can come through tabletop. Press left armpit towards the ground. Reach your hips back into the left. Lengthen left side a lot. Good job, friends. As you are ready, come back to neutral and find downward facing dog. If you want to move through a quick vinyasa to get there, that's fine. All right. From down dog, inhale, right leg high. Open your right hip again. So bend your knee, reach your knee out and up. You can stay here and hold here. Option only if you want, only if it will serve you to flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind. Right arm forward, heart forward, lift your hips. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Nice, Amelia. Take one last round. Good job. Come back, everybody. Three-legged down dog, right leg extended. So you might even square off your hip and just feel that difference. Take one more inhale, right leg lift. Exhale, step your right foot forward, low lunge. Now listen, if you're using blocks, you can take them with you. Otherwise, fingertips on the ground. Crawl your hands forward and float your back leg up. So not standing splits, but think of it as a warrior three with your hands on blocks or fingertips on the ground. So halfway lift in your spine and your back leg parallel to the ground, hips square. So inner thighs face each other, hips square. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Just like we did a moment ago on hands and knees, try to push your right hip back and then turn to the right, gaze right. Let the right side of your heart open. Maybe reach your right arm to the sky, revolved half moon. You just did this on your hands and your knees, same exact thing, but you're balanced on one foot. Strong through your back leg. Breathe down into your belly to work your twist as you exhale. Last deep breath. Amazing breathing, you guys. Slowly unwind, forward fold, let it all go. Nice, Lizzie. So everything comes down, left foot down. Take a moment, maybe give your legs a little shaky shake or pedal out your heels. Bring your feet out to the width of your mat. And then toes wider than heels. So toes might even come off of your mat. Low squat, malasana. If possible, keep your heels down. If not possible, lift your heels as much as needed. If your heels are down, see if you can pick up your toes and spread them. And then elbows to inner knees or inner thighs, hands to heart center. You can explore if you'd like cat-cow-like movements in your spine. So what does it feel like to exhale and round? Inhale and open. How does it change what you're getting out of the pose or feeling in your hips and your pelvis? So you do you in this posture. About 3 more breaths. Breathe all the way down, hips, groin, pelvic bowl. Very nice. All right, as you're ready, we'll come back and meet in a forward fold. So no hurry, but in your own time, you can just make your way back to your regular fold. Feet hips width distance apart or big toes touch, whatever you prefer. Ujjayi breath. Inhale, halfway lift, realign your spine. Exhale, bow, fold. Press into your feet, perhaps big bend in your knees. Nice long spine, straight spine as you rise. Arms reach up, inhale. And hands to heart center, exhale. Okie doke. Balancing on your left foot this time. Right knee lifts, standing staff, hands to hips. Flex your right toes or point your right toes. So in some way, make your right foot active. Try not to sink into your outer left hip. Hug in. Open and close. So really allow your right butt cheek, outer glute, it's called your medial glute, to squeeze as you open. Try to keep everything as still as possible. The movement comes from your right hip only. Next time you open, place your foot. So inner thigh is great if it's available. Otherwise, inner calf, inner ankle, totally fine. And then when you're ready, add your arms. Imagine there is a zipper zipping up through your midline. So everything's hugging in and reaching up, lengthening. Yes, good. If you fall out, awesome. Congratulate yourself for challenging yourself and then come back when you're ready. You want to add a little bit of movement or explore changing your gaze, go for it. About 2 more breaths. Good. If possible, stay balanced on left foot and come back to standing staff. So release your foot, square your hips. You can extend your leg if you want to. One more inhale in standing staff. Slow motion, low lunge, just like we've been doing. Fingers and toes touch at the same time. Once you have landed, if you need to make any adjustments, please do. And then revolve lunge. Right hand down, left arm up. You're welcome to use a block under your right hand if you want. So strong legs. You're not twisting from your legs. You're twisting from your center. Your legs are strong. Feel your strong legs. Feel your strong core. And then when you're ready, see if you can hold your twist, but slowly rise to stand. So right arm will be reaching forward. Left arm will be reaching back. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Very nice. Shoulders stack over hips. Bend your back knee to a hover. And imagine you're trying to drag your back thigh forward and pull your front hip back. Perhaps gaze over your left hand, your left shoulder behind you. Last round. Bottom of your exhalation, left forearm across low back. Keep the bend in your back knee. Square your shoulders forward, gaze forward. Reach your right arm up and slightly back. Puff up your chest. So little back bend, lengthening down your entire right side. Feel that long line of energy and breathe into it. Beautiful. One last round. Reach, open. And then bottom of your exhale, let it go. Crescent lunge. If you came down, that's fine. Otherwise, take a moment, reach up, and then hands come down. All right. From here, root into your left foot. Actually, hang on, I lied. Take your left foot back, plank position. Geez, I come up with the longest sequences. I don't know how I remember. All right, plank position. And then side plank. Left hand is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of left foot. So right arm up. Lift your hips. Yes. People always ask me how I remember. I'm like, I don't know. I just most of the time do. Okay, right arm might reach forward. Right leg might float up. So feel the strength in your left side abdominals. Use it to lift your hips higher. Maybe even plant your toes behind you. Right toes. Turn it into a wild thing. Give it one last big breath. Your personal fullest expression. Amazing. Back to plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top. Push the ground away. Slowly lower down. Grow into your back bend of choice. Heart opener. Tabletop position. Hands and knees. All right. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Push down firmly. Draw your belly button in and up. Feel your strong core. Gaze down. Back of your neck is long. Your neck is an extension of your spine. Take your left arm forward. That's the only thing that changes. Everything else stays exactly the same. Left arm forward. Notice if anything else changed and see if you can come back. So belly strong. Right arm strong. Now right leg reaches back. Nothing else changes. Yes, strong, powerful line. Front to back. One more inhale. Elbow to knee, exhale, curl in, hollow out. Very nice. Inhale, reach, like you're moving through honey, slowly. Exhale, elbow to knee, all the way to emptiness in your breath. Inhale, re-extend. And last time, elbow to knee. Good job, everybody. Inhale, lengthen. Bring left hand to left hip. So that crease in your hip, put your hand in it, push your left hip back and start to turn. So gaze to the left and see if you can let your left chest, the left side of your heart, start to open up. Maybe reach your left arm to the sky. Yes, squeeze your inner thighs. Keep your back legs strong and powerful. Twist from your core. So feel your core. Use it to twist. This should feel challenging. But remember, everything you feel here, we're going to use it again in just a moment when we're balancing. Take one last round. Very nice. Slowly release. Tabletop. And then you choose where you want to go just to neutralize for a moment. So before we did those side child's pose variations, maybe you just want to take some hip circles. Maybe you want to come forward towards a heart opener of sorts. So anything that your body is calling for. And then in your next couple rounds or so, downward facing dog. You guys are doing so good. You're almost there. This is your last big push. So really use your breath to support you from the inside. So I always think at this point in class, it's like your body's tired. You're like, I've done enough. See if you can find your second wind by using your breath. Your breath is brand new every time you inhale. It's so powerful. All right, from down dog, left leg to the sky. Peel your left hip open, bend your knee. Feel your outer left butt cheek squeeze. If you want, you can stay here. Otherwise, option to turn it into a wild thing. Flip your dog. So lift your hips, lift your heart. Yes, so nice. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Wherever you are at, one last round. Fullest expression. Awesome, Tracy. Awesome, Solveig. And then bring it back, three-legged dog. You can square off your hips if you want to. You can set your left foot down and then re-extend if you want to. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot to the top of your mat. Now walk your hands forward. You can take blocks with you if you've got them. So lift your back leg and think of a halfway lift position with your spine. So nice and long, parallel to the ground, hips square, inner thighs face each other. So your right toes should face straight down. Left hand to the crease in your left hip. Put your hands in that crease and literally push your left hip towards the back wall. As you do that, you should feel your inner thighs squeeze more, and automatically your body will start to twist to the left. Work the twist with your core strength. Maybe left arm reaches up. Open through the left side of your heart. Maybe you even gaze up at your left fingers. Back leg strong. Squeeze your inner thighs. Twist, 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 twist. Last round. Your personal fullest expression. You're amazing. And let it go. Forward fold. Nice job, friends. Give yourself a moment. Pedal it out. Shake it out. Whatever you need. Bring your feet wide again. The last time we went to the width of our mat. This time I want you to bring your feet all the way off your mat so you're on the hardwood floor. And then pivot your heels in, toes out. Bring your hands up to your thighs, and you're going to be in a wide-legged squat position. So frame your mat with your feet. Squat nice and low as you can. Press into the outer edges of your feet and try to press your knees back so they're not falling forward. Press back. Inhale like a standing cow pose. Stick your butt out. Lift your heart up. And as you exhale, dip your left shoulder down. Twist to your right. Gaze over right shoulder. Inhale, center. Heart lifts. Exhale, twist other side. Gaze over left shoulder. Stay low in your legs. One more time each way. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Press your knees nice and wide. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist all the way to emptiness. Inhale, center. You can hang out as long as you want. Maybe a little sway. Maybe hands to heart. So anything goes. And then just in your next few rounds, friends, find your way back to your forward fold. No rush. Very nice. Ujjayi breath. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. All the way up, rise one last time. Arms to the sky as you inhale. Hands to heart center as you exhale. For just a moment, breath to movement. Inhale, reach up. Side body stretch of your choice over to your right. You can grab your wrist if you want. You don't have to. Through center as you breathe in. And then other side as you breathe out. Up and over. Inhale, center. Baby back bend. Cactus your arms. Bottom tips of shoulder blades squeeze as you pop up your heart. Inhale, realign. Reach up. Stick your butt out. Dive down. So big bend in your knees might really help keep your spine long. Yes. Halfway lift position. Inhale. And exhale. Plant your hands, feet back. However you want to move through this last vinyasa. And either end up in a child's pose or one last downward facing dog. Those of you who choose down dog, work into all that length and space you've created. Those who choose child's pose, really give yourself a moment to rest and ground. Wherever you're at, notice, feel, witness. And then everyone meet on your hands and your knees and find your way into a seat. So we're going to take a seated hip opener today. I'll give you a few options so you can choose which option works best. First option is left leg extends, outer right ankle on top of left leg. You can just lean back on your hands behind you, bend your left knee, foot on the ground, and this is your pose. Rather than rounding and collapsing like I'm doing right now, see if you can keep your shoulders open. And to go deeper, you bring your heel closer to your butt and your legs closer to your upper body. So this is going to be more than this would be. And you can do this, whatever it's called, move your legs side to side at any time if you'd like. Second option, the double pigeon fire log. So left under right, your outer ankle is on top of your inner knee. So sometimes I see people do this like this. This is completely different. You're not getting at all the same thing. So outer ankle, inner knee, shins parallel. Sometimes it looks like this for people. If this is how it looks for you, this is where you stay. You sit up tall. If your knee is level with your hip, reach your butt back. So you're not rounding, you're lengthening. Reach your butt back and then fold. If neither of these variations work for you, you can absolutely just take it in a supine position instead. If there's another variation you want to take, you could even take cow face variation if you'd like. So you do you, and you've got about 5 to 7 breaths. If you need help, if you're like, I have no idea what to do, just wave your hand, I'll help you. Keep your toes flexed and active, and keep your ankle, your right ankle, strong. So don't let it twist or sickle. It's like it's in a ski boot or an ice skate. And then just be with whatever's there, the boredom, the sensation, the frustration, whatever it is, just notice it, allow it, breathe into it. Notice if you're tensing up through your jaw, your forehead, your eyebrows. Just by noticing, see if something lets go or shifts a little bit. Take just about 3 more deep breaths. Good job, everyone. If you are folded forward, bottom of your next exhale, slowly rise back up. And then everybody uncross your legs. Bring your legs out in front of you. Just give them a little shake out. And then before we take the other side, we'll take a reverse tabletop. So feet on the ground, knees bent, feet hips width distance apart, heels either right under your knees or a little bit in front of your knees, hands behind you, fingers face towards your hips. Make sure you have your hands wider than your shoulders. Spread your fingers, roll your shoulders back and down. Don't let your thumbs and index fingers lift. So press down really firmly. And then when you are ready, lift your hips up. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Don't let your thumbs or index fingers lift up. And try to root down through your heels and the inner edges of your feet. Hug an invisible yoga block with your inner thighs. Rather than collapsing your head back, you can either tuck your chin towards your chest like you're holding an apple, or you can extend back, but keep strength in the sides of your neck. Shoulders open. One more inhale, lift, 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 lift. Exhale, lower. Good job, friends. Find your way to the other side. So same options on this side, left on top. So on your back, if you don't like the seated options, back is totally fine. Ankles nice and strong. Foot nice and active. So what flexing your toes does, keeping your foot active does, it keeps all the little tendons and ligaments locked in place. So you're not just pulling those tendons and ligaments around your joints. You're not pulling on your ankle joint or pulling on your knee joint. Our tendons don't stretch. They don't have recoil like our muscles do. So if you're stretching a tendon over and over and over again, it's just like a rubber band you use on your hair. It gets looser and looser and bigger every time. And eventually they weaken, and that's when they break, they snap. And tendons are really, really hard to heal. So you want to keep your tendons as healthy as possible. It's like when you roll your ankle and you feel, oh, that hurt, but it doesn't rip anything because your tendon's still strong. So by locking them in place, you're keeping your tendons nice and strong. You're stretching your muscles. Muscles, every time we stretch them, they recoil a little bit. They contract back a little bit. So that's why we have to keep stretching them all the time, over and over. Take about 3 or 4 more breaths. Notice if you've gone somewhere else in your mind, and just congratulate yourself for noticing and come back. Feel, breathe. It's so hard for our minds to stay present when we're just doing something simple. So give your mind something more interesting to focus on. Get really, really curious about your hips, about your toes, about the way you can adjust little tiny micro adjustments that absolutely change everything you're feeling. So that's the practice. Take one last huge breath. And then if you are in a forward fold variation, start to lift back up. Uncross, just like before, a little shaky shake. And then option for that same pose, reverse tabletop, or this time, if you want, a little more intense, reverse plank. So legs extended, zip your legs together like you have a big mermaid tail. Hands behind, spread your fingers. Make sure your hands aren't too narrow. They're wider than shoulders. Roll your shoulders back and down, puff up your chest. You can stay here or pushing it around, lift your hips. Don't let your thumbs or index fingers lift. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Lift, lift, lift. Don't let your head collapse back. Either extend back or hold that invisible apple in between your chin and chest. Lift, 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 lift. One more inhale. And release. You can use your arms to help you onto your back. If you want to use a little bit of core, reach your arms forward, hollow out your belly, slowly lower down. So if you can go one vertebra at a time, try not to let your legs lift. And then eventually full body stretch, arms long, legs long. Good. You can reach actively, or you can just relax with your arms extended. Take one more inhale. Exhale, hug your knees in, rock gently side to side. Give your low back a little massage. Supine spinal twist of your choice. Let your knees either fall to the right or any other variation you want to take with your legs going to the right, left arm out to the left. Or you can go to the other side first, just as long as you get both sides. A little bit longer. See if you can breathe all the way down to your belly. And as you're ready, next couple of rounds, just switch to the other side. And take your time as you transition between sides. So maybe there's some neutralizing movement you want to take. You just rock it out for a second with your knees hugged in. Take a happy baby. You could extend your legs and arms long. Neutralize spine, neutralize pelvis, and then other side. So give all your weight to the ground, but do keep that gentle effort behind your breath, moving your inhales all the way down. Leave it up to you. So when you feel pretty even on both sides, come back to center. Take again any neutralizing movements you would like. Give yourself about 10 breaths to find your way into Shavasana. So that might mean you go straight into Shavasana. You're just like, I'm ready. I'll plop right in. Maybe you want to take your time getting there. Maybe there's some movements your body is still craving. You're welcome to take your Shavasana either in the traditional corpse pose, or if you have props you want to use, some of you have bolsters, blocks, you're more than welcome to use them any way you want to feel more supported. This is a reading by Jeff Foster called Let the World Find You. Be present to the world as it arrives where you are, breath by breath, perception by perception, thought by thought, sensation by sensation. Receive the world moment by moment. Come world, come breath, rise and fall. Come thought, dance your dance in my vastness. Come sensation, tingle, pulsate, flutter. I am here. It is safe. I am your sanctuary. I am your home. Let the world fall into your lap. Let it rest. It is tired. It has been seeking you for so long. You are its completion, its illumination. Love is meditation, this extraordinary receptiveness to a weary world. So these last few moments, the only thing you need to do is simply just be present. Let everything come and go through the vast, wide open space that is you. Shavasana. A deep breath in. Let it go. And we'll start to slowly come back. Bring gentle movement into your physical body. Once you're ready, roll to either side, fetal position. And take a moment just to be in that pose, fetal position, and kind of soak in the energy of it. It's nurturing energy. It's a grounding energy. Yourself really feel held, nurtured by Mother Earth, ground underneath you. And using your arms, guide yourself up into a seat of meditation facing forward. So right back where we started. Sit up nice and tall. Gather your hands to your heart, either prayer hands or one palm stacked on top of the other. Close your eyes and we'll seal our practice. We'll close our practice with a group Om, a collective Om. So invitation to join me, even if you feel uncomfortable about how you sound, see if you can just try it and focus not on how you sound, but how it feels to use your voice, to let it move through you and express out of you. So start by exhaling, clear your throat if you need to. Breathe in your voice all the way down from your belly. Thank you all so much for being here, letting me guide you. Namaste. Okie doke, friends. Thank you so much. You're amazing. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Oh, just an angel girl for sure. Yes, woman.
What? Oh no.
No.
It's still